Welcome to the This Could Make Us Famous podcast. You've heard all the stories of the rich and famous. But what about everybody else? Some of the greatest and funniest stories come from everyday people. Here, we share their stories and just maybe make them famous. Let's get started. Here is your host, Jason McCormick.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast of all podcasts. I'm joined by none other than the beautiful, charming, dazzling, and radiantly beautiful Charlie Bartha. Charlie, welcome to the show.
Hey, everybody.
And of course, every time we hit that little buzzer,
It's got to go 3 times.
we'll make that one for all 3 people.
Oh, okay.
That goes out to our biggest fans, Tim, and I believe his wife's name's Trish.
We don't know the dog's name.
Or Trisha. And the dog's name is Bartholomew.
Is it really?
No, I don't know. I just made that up. But that goes out to you guys and all of our listeners out there. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry it took so long to get back with to you guys with a podcast. We did, and part of it's my fault. We did record a podcast like quite a few days ago, and it was I wasn't feeling it. I didn't do a very good job, and I decided to trash it. And I'm sure I'm not the only show out there that has canned some of their podcasts. So
It was my best.
yeah, it was Charlie's best, but my worst. And so, anyways, so I'm sure you guys are wondering why we have these amazing hats that we're wearing. For the listeners out there that can't see, we have these very stylish hats on top of our heads. Charlie has a stocking hat.
Where else would you wear a hat?
Yeah, on top of you got me there, Charlie. You got me on that. So he's got a stocking cap with what is it? Got a Santa Claus, a reindeer,
An elf, I think.
and an elf, and he's got these little Christmas lights on there that are very bright, very radiant. I love it. And then I'm wearing a cap. It's not a stocking cap, but I'm wearing a cap that has reindeer.
No, it's got elf ears.
Or elf ears. It looks like reindeer. Okay, it's got elf ears, and it's an elf hat. And Charlie,
says
I
elfie.
wanted the one with the lights, but Charlie gave me this one, and it's not right, but it's okay. And then we got these lights in the front that are very beautiful. They're shining. We're feeling very festive. We know Christmas is right around the corner. It's a big deal, especially after 2020 and everything we went through. I have something to share with you guys. So for all my listeners out there, I got big news to share with you. I am a survivor of COVID-19.
Ooh.
And I'm going to share my story. See, the last podcast I filmed, Charlie wouldn't let me finish my sentence. He was interrupting, and he decided that he was going to allow me to share my story about COVID-19.
Oh, I did?
Yes.
I missed that part of the script.
If he doesn't, I will push that beautiful mute button right there. Okay? So anyways,
I'll
yes,
pick up that
guys.
mic.
Yeah. And then the camera just cuts out. So, yes, guys, I am a survivor of COVID-19. I made it through. And I wanted to share my experience with COVID-19 for everybody. I know everyone has a different story. Everyone's had different side effects. And everyone has different views and opinions on it. But anyways, let me take you back to that day that I got diagnosed with COVID-19, even before I got diagnosed. Okay, so I went to work.
Wait.
Charlie, are you going to do this again? Because I'm
Well, you
about
said
to.
diagnosed.
The day before I got
You didn't go to
diagnosed.
a doctor or anything like that.
No, I got a test, okay? But I got to share the story leading up to the positive test. And then I'll let you chime in after I'm done, okay? And you can share all your Charlie-isms or whatever you want to call it. All right, so...
That's a good word. I like that.
Yeah, Charlie-isms. All right, so I went to work on a Tuesday, and I was in contact with someone that had COVID-19 there. I mean, I'm pretty sure I got it from them. It could have been someone else from there at work, but you just don't really know. So, and I was off the next 2 days. Well, the night before I was supposed to go back to work, I immediately started feeling symptoms of COVID, and I was feeling really nauseous, and it hit me suddenly. I was like shaking. I had chills. I had a fever, and I was burning hot. And I had my blanket, like it's like my body was like burning up like really bad. And I had a blanket wrapped around me. And if I moved it a little bit off of me, I was freezing cold. It was weird. And my wife was like feeling my temperature and was like, wow, something's not right here. And in my mind, I'm not thinking I have COVID. Okay. So I had to go to work the next day. Well, I was not going to go to work because I was feeling horrible. So I called in early in the morning, left a voicemail for my supervisor that I couldn't make it. Then the next day, I lost all of my sense of smell and taste. And at that point, I'm like, okay, I might have COVID. And so I decided to make that dreaded phone call to my supervisor and let them know the news that I might possibly have COVID because I have all the symptoms. And I was pretty certain I had it at that point. But so my workplace, they have procedures that they take when someone possibly has COVID or someone's diagnosed with it. So I immediately had to follow all their procedures and guidelines, and they sent me a paper in, and I had to write down everyone's name that I came in contact with at work. And meanwhile, I'm feeling horrible. I'm quarantined, away from my family. And so I sent the list, and then they told me I had to be out of work for 14 days. And I went to go get a test, and it came back positive a couple days later. So I'm still quarantined and feeling horrible. I had severe back pain. It was horrible. My joints were hurting. My body was in so much pain. I was burning up. I just kept getting the chills. I lost my taste and smell. I had a runny nose, like really bad. And then I was sneezing, and then I started getting a cough. And probably the worst thing about it, other than the back pain, was the fact that I had a difficulty breathing. I just was like gasping for air. And like when I would walk up, it's like that feeling when you're walking up a long flight of stairs or like a giant hill or running a marathon or a triathlon. That's how I felt the whole time.
I still could interject right there.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Don't interject, Charlie. I know you're trying hard. So that I felt it was bad. It was bad. And so I just tried to rest and drink as many fluids as I could. And what other symptoms I had? A headache, just nausea. I pretty much had everything on the list that you could have for COVID. And so it lasted for about a week and a half for me. It slowly died down. And as of like 3 or 4 days ago, I've pretty much got my taste back. And I had to take a test before I went back to work showing I was negative. And so it came back negative. Now I'm back to work. Everything's good to go. But the crummy thing about this, okay, is I currently work for a temp agency, and temp agencies do not pay you for your time off for COVID, which they told me they didn't pay. And then I made a big deal about it. I'm like, this is messed up. Now people that are temps are going to show up at work because they don't want to miss work, and they're going to have symptoms of COVID, and they're going to spread it all over the place because they want to get paid. And I don't blame them, because people got to work. They got to make money. And then they came back and they're like, okay, we decided, or the place I work decided, they're going to pay whatever, write your hours down, normal. And I'm like, yay, I'm excited, whatever. Fast forward to like the day before I was supposed to come back after my 14 days. And I happened to call them because I hadn't heard anything. And then they freaking tell me, oh, by the way, this place that you work at decided they're not going to pay you. I mean, can you believe that, Charlie? They said they weren't going to pay me. And so I was super upset about that. And I'm like, how do you just change your mind like that? So they had told me that it was the facility that I actually work at, that they're the ones that are decided to not do that. And then I spoke to my supervisor yesterday, and they told me, they're like, whoa, no, that's not how that works. We pay the temp agency, and they decide whether they pay you or not. So they tried to throw this company under the bus and made us ticked off at them, when in reality, it was the temp agency that decides whether they pay you or not. And to be fair, none of the other temp agencies pay, but I mean, we're talking about a pandemic, and they're putting other people at risk because of that. So anyways, I'm ticked, and I'm hoping they make it right and they pay me what I deserve. So, but anyways, that is my experience with COVID. And I know some of the people that I put on the list, a couple of the people tested positive for COVID, and the others, they didn't want to take the test. They wanted that free 14-day paid vacation because they were employees of the company, so they got paid. Not me. I was suffering. So can't believe it. It's a bunch of bull crap. So
All right.
Now, Charlie, I know you've been waiting patiently and you've been wanting to share your.
Now tell me this.
Now tell me.
Okay. What's this sound like to you? Fever or feeling feverish chills, cough, sore throat, running or stuffy nose, muscle or body aches, headaches, fatigue or tiredness. Some may have vomiting, diarrhea, though it is more common in children and adults.
Okay.
What's that sound like?
Sounds like the flu to me.
Sounds like exactly what you described to me earlier.
Yeah. I mean, the flu, and that's no mystery. I mean, the flu and COVID are very, very
And this is
similar.
This is the CDC site I'm on, and look at what it says.
flu or COVID-19.
Is it flu or COVID-19? Some of the symptoms of flu and COVID-19 are similar, making it hard to tell the difference of them based on symptoms alone. Diagnostic testing can help you determine if you are sick with the flu or COVID, which I might add, they use the same test. So how are you going to determine from testing and diagnose the testing?
I didn't know they used
test?
the same test.
It's the same test. They stick the stick up your nose for the
Oh,
flu.
they don't just stick the stick up your nose, buddy. They freaking pole vault in your nose. They take that spear and shove it up in your nose, and then they
And I might also
swirl it
add
around.
that the COVID testing is only 80% accurate. Same with the flu. I might also add, and these are statistics I've read. I'm not.
This is from
I
Dr.
haven't-
Charlie.
I haven't done myself, so I'm not 100% sure. But I also heard that if you, when they go to stick the thing in your nose,
Yeah.
if you fight it, it's going to throw a false reading. And didn't you say this last test you had to do on your own? 'Cause it
No,
was
the
like driving-
last one.
driving-
Okay, the first time when I tested positive, I mean, I actually violated my nose more than the people that have done. This is my 5th time. Like, I've done it 5 total
You don't
times.
have to go up to your eye. You don't have to go that far.
Dude, I was getting like pieces of my brain in the first one I did.
Yeah, you
I
don't-
was
you don't
like
have to do
scraping it, and I mean, I promise, dude, I was getting like pieces of my brain,
Yeah.
and then after, I mean, and the worst thing about it, I'm already, I was sick with COVID or the flu, whatever. I kept sneezing. It was disgusting. I'm sitting in my car at CVS, and they hand me the kit. They're talking me through it, and I got it all up in there, and I'm like, achoo, achoo. I mean, I couldn't stop sneezing, and then they're like, I was wondering when they're going to let me stop, while it's in there, and then I kept sneezing, and then they were like, all right, take it out, put it in the other nostril. I did that. Same thing, sneezing like crazy. It was horrible. I had to disinfect my whole vehicle. It was really bad experience. But then that's when I tested positive then. Now I have taken the test, I think it was 3 other times when I did medical research studies. So like, and I was like in the middle of a medical, like I had just checked into a medical research study and, you know, we're doing our thing. And that's when when COVID actually started. So that was like March, like February, March. That's when the whole craze went down. So during the quarantine, I was in a medical study locked up for 19 days, like during the whole pandemic, or at least the beginning of it, the quarantine lockdown. And they had to, you know, a couple times they had to do the thing.
Did you ever figure out why they woke you back up and made you test again?
I didn't understand that. I was like, first of all, I didn't say that in the informed consent, and they had me. You're distracted by my beautiful head, aren't you? So I don't know. I don't like it. I hate it, but I did my part. Whatever. And so that's my spiel on my experience with COVID-19, and I'm alive. I'm good. I disinfected the crap out of the studio. Everything I can even possibly think about, I cleaned the heck out of it.
Except for that little guy running.
Except for that little guy right there. So, anything else you want to say about COVID?
Well, COVID,
or we want to move on to it?
Don't get me wrong, COVID is a thing, but so is the flu. And we don't make a big deal of the flu. You know, but people don't wear a mask, and then they say, well, masks work. Well, if masks work, then why are we having the predicament we're having now? And they said because people don't use the mask. Well, the mask is for your protection, not my protection. If I don't wear a mask, that's my deal. It's on me, not you.
I think the best thing about masks is it hides a lot of people's faces, and some people, they look better with a mask on.
Is that what it is?
And I mean, I'll tell you from experience, okay, I work in a facility that you are required to wear a mask like the whole time you're there, 12 hours a day. And there's times like when I first started, we'd be sitting in the break room and, you know, we're social distanced and people would pull their mask off and you'd be like, oh my God, they look complete. Like we all look different, you know, with our mask off. And I probably at that point, until I got to know them, you know, several months later, I would have never realized, like if I walk past them at the mall or grocery store, and if they didn't, I mean, I know we're required to wear a mask at the grocery store, but let's just say, you know, in the future when the pandemic's over, they didn't have a mask on and I walked past them, I would, you know, at that point I wouldn't have recognized
That's not 100% accurate either. You go look at the doors when you go in. Every single door at every single store, it says a different thing.
Yeah, I mean, some places are.
It's not. I mean, whatever. I could get.
Charlie has very strong feelings about all of this, and I understand that, and I don't blame him for that. But anyways, so yeah, we all look very different with our mask on and off. And dude, there's this one guy though at my job, like, oh my God, dude, he needs a mask on because he had it off and I couldn't stop staring. Like I felt horrible. And dude, holy cow, he just looked completely different. And then he also shaved his beard, which, you know, when people shave their beard,
yeah,
you know, they could look really different. So,
well, especially if they've had the beard for a long time and then they shave it, like their skin can get really irritated and make them look even weirder than.
I mean, he was like a creature. Like it was just like.
Yeah, a lot of.
I'm just joking. I'm way over exaggerating.
A lot of dark skinned people, when they have beards and then they shave.
You mean like me?
They tend to break out because of it.
Speaking of dark skin, I found out from Ancestry.com. Okay, I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just bringing up the fact that I've used the Ancestry DNA test, and it's been changing a lot. I don't know if any of the listeners out there, if you guys have an experience with Ancestry.com, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And not just Ancestry, other places.
Don't just hold on for a second. Don't you find that unusual, Jason, that you did the test and it was when did you have to like spit on a stick or something and send it to them?
Yeah, you spit in a tube. They send you a kit, spit in the tube, seal it up, send it off.
So they have your DNA permanently.
They have it. That was the choice that I made.
Jasons all over the cross.
I could have a lot of Jasons all over the place, and I don't know, but
that's a pretty scary thought.
Yeah, right. It's an amazing thought, actually. So I did the Ancestry DNA, and so like I said, for all my listeners out there, you guys know what I'm talking about when I say that they change the results all the time.
Well, they must have your DNA. You must have your DNA still available, or they can't. And then they bring it.
Well, yeah, 100%. They still have my DNA, and they actually let me know that they're going to hold on to it. I don't remember how long they said they would have it, but I think it might be permanent. I don't know. So, anyways, so it changes very often, and I've went through like 3 or 4 changes since I've done it, and they always say that their technology is getting better, and they're able to pinpoint and locate things a lot better, and it's just there's a bunch of things out there that they say, and so I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I had this much at one point, and now I have a lot less than that, and now I have stuff that I didn't think. And get this, guys. All right, this is gonna blow your mind. Get this. All right, drum roll. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how this sounds on the microphone, but I'm sure it sounds horrible in your car, whatever you're listening to. I am part black.
Congo, to be specific.
I have ancestors from Congo, from the Bantu tribe in Congo. So I am legitimately black. All right, Frizzle. I'm not making that up. If I can do a screenshot, I will show you right now.
I can see it.
I'll insert it right there.
I can see it.
I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I am that cool.
I had you as Abernese or whatever, though.
Yeah, I am from Congo. It may be 1%, but I have ancestors from Congo.
See this dot right here? That's the Congo part of it.
That's the Congan part. So there you have it. So I'm trying to get my sisters to do it because I know they typically get different results. I mean, DNA is interesting. Just because your parents are, like let's say my dad's 100% Mexican, Hispanic, and my mom's very white. You think, you'd get 50-50. And that is not how DNA works. And I didn't realize that until I went down this path with Ancestry.
Have you ever heard of Ken Ham?
Ken Ham?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. Ken Ham does a study on DNA, and he's the guy that did the ARC down in Kentucky, Tennessee borderline-ish, somewhere along in there.
Yeah.
In the Creation Museum.
Yeah.
Ken Ham.
Yeah.
He's Australian. He does a thing on DNA, and he basically states the fact that we all have basically the same skin tone.
Oh.
Our DNA and our skin tone are basically all the same, but our body adapts to it, to the climate. So what does black reflects the light? So over there in near the equator and all that kind of stuff,
yeah,
they're dark skinned, and that's because whereas
right, I've heard that
light skinned people absorb the light.
less.
So
I've heard that before, and guys, we're not claiming to be experts. We're just talking. Okay, we're just having a conversation. So before people get in the comments and just tear us to pieces about our lack of knowledge on this, just talking about it, okay? And you could talk about it. So just get in the comments and let us know about your expertise in this subject or any subjects we talk about.
Yeah.
Because we love having conversations.
I used to have a book of his.
Charlie, you had a book?
A book of his.
Oh, his. Okay. You should have a book because you are full of knowledge, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie, the expert.
Expert on
Charlieisms.
a lot of knowledge, but expert on none of it.
Dude, we should come up with a book and sell it called Charlieisms. That'd be awesome. So, and I'll drink to that. By the way, guys, this is pretty soon. I'm not going to be able to drink any alcohol. And I'm not really sad about it because I'm not a huge drinker. I mean, I've done it more so because of 2020 and how stressful it's been for me, even outside the pandemic. But I decided, okay, you guys will be very proud. Drum roll again, annoying drum roll. I decided I am going to get on a diet. I've tried it many times. Okay, I've tried. Made a lot of attempts, and I was semi-successful a couple times. And
Wait. It's not that seafood diet again, is it?
no. Oh. That was a good one, Charlie. So I decided I'm going to start taking my health seriously.
Emily
And-
McCormick, you heard it live.
She heard it live, my wife.
not quite
She's
live.
made comments about my belly. She'd be
call
like,
her
honey, she would tap my stomach. Hey, honey.
Let me call her up and so you can tell her.
Yeah, right. No. That would be funny. So I decided I need to take it seriously, not just because of the looks. It's because, I don't know if you saw the last podcast, but I was watching. I'm like, dude, this is horrible. My buttons were fighting to hold on. Like, it was like they were pulling apart on my shirt, dude. It was embarrassing. So if you want to make fun of me, go ahead, go to the podcast and just tear me to pieces, make fun of me. I don't care. But I'm going to do a great job. I decided not just for my looks, but for my health, I want to take this seriously. So I looked at different diets. I did research, and from what I've seen, the Mediterranean diet is the healthiest diet out there, but I don't think I can really stick to that diet. Charlie's inspired me. Dude, you freaking inspired me, Charlie. Because this guy right here, ladies and gentlemen, has been faithful at his diet. And what diet is that? The keto diet. He has stuck to it for, how long have you been on it?
August 1st.
He started August 1st, and he has lost an insane amount of weight. Where are you at now?
Pushing 70 pounds.
Unbelievable. 70 pounds since August 1st he's lost. And I'm telling you right now, he is stuck with it. Thanksgiving, I'm sure, was really tough, and he still stuck it out. And now he's almost at 70 pounds lost. And what is your target goal?
180.
So this guy right here wants to hit 180, that's insane.
A year from, it said September 21st of next year, I should be at 180.
You should be 180.
If I continue.
That's awesome. So I don't know if I might be 180. My goal is like 190, but I also want to get ripped, not like insanely ripped, but I want to have, nice body. I want to be healthy. So I'm going to also do the keto diet. I love carbs a lot, so that's going to be tough, but I know keto's been around for a while and people have come up with creative ways to help with that. And so I'm going to try it out. I understand that's a very, I don't know, like everyone's got opinions on it. Okay. So I know that, it's a very debatable topic. whether keto is safe and healthy. And so I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to make it like I'm not going to do it for the rest of my life. I'm just going to lose a bunch of weight on keto, and then I'm going to slowly make some other changes. So, but if anyone out there is listening has any ideas on some healthy, safe diets, share your views. I'd love to talk to you in the comments. I try to actually talk to the listeners whenever they comment. I try to comment right back, so I know once, when that day comes when there's like thousands of people commenting, that's going to be a little difficult to comment back on all of them. But anyways, I love the fans, and I love hearing your guys' point of view, even if it's different than mine. So I hope you guys can, encourage me also to stick with it. I know your health is a very serious thing. So
Yes.
Do you think I can do it, Charlie? Do you believe in me, Charlie Bartha? As I drank my
I believe you'll start
beer. Wait a minute. Wait. You think I'm just going to start it and that's it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, now I'm challenged. My wife is probably laughing too. She thinks I'm just going to start it and quit. I'm going to do it. Now, you know what I need to challenge you? I need to challenge you to go to the gym, buddy.
No.
What if we both got a gym membership at Planet Fitness and we went together? Would you do it?
I'd go to Planet Fitness because I can go in Belton.
Well, what if we did that? Would you do it? If I got a Planet Fitness membership and we went to the one in Belton, and you don't have to go all the time, but we could go.
Well, and you can do that. It's a lifestyle change. So I was walking pretty regularly until I got that big old welt on my foot, and I couldn't walk regularly. So I stopped, and I haven't got back into walking. That contributed to a lot of the weight loss there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I still do 7-minute workouts occasionally, but most of my workout is in the chair, doing armchair stuff, because you can do arm circles. And
So you're in the office at work doing that?
I'm sitting at home
Oh,
curling 3 5-pound weights in
hey,
the chair.
that's good. I mean, congratulations to you. We have to applaud this guy here for sticking it out. So
But
hopefully I can do it.
definitely have to change the lifestyle. And actually, I earlier this year went to see a surgeon because I got a herniated belly button.
Ooh.
And he said, you can't do anything. I mean, I could fix it, but it's just going to happen again because of your weight. And he was trying to convince me to do the surgery. I've known people that have had surgery. And that's a big, big lifestyle change there. And there again, one of the biggest lifestyle changes you have to have with that, having weight loss surgery, is you need to exercise.
Are you talking about the gastric bypass?
Yeah.
I know quite a few people have
Yeah.
done it. And then
See, my grandma had the gastric bypass surgery before it was actually known as gastric bypass surgery.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, she had it moons and moons and moons ago.
Well, and that's the thing about it, like from what I understand, again, I'm no expert, but from what I understand, is like you could still fail at that. Even if you get the surgery, you could go back to
Absolutely.
your old ways.
Absolutely. Not just back to your own ways. What the most common surgery is called is the gastric bypass, and what they do is they cut your stomach down, and they reroute your
intestine?
and reroute your intestines, but the rest of your stomach stays in there. They don't remove it. Now, and the opening's the size of a dime, so all your digesting is done in your mouth. You got to chew it. If you don't, what the results is if you try to swallow it, because it can't go in, because unless it's smaller than a dime. And where was I going?
So Charlie totally forgot what he's saying.
But anyway, so you can, if you don't, see my ex-wife had this procedure.
You want to mention her name and
I don't.
where she lives?
I
and
don't.
Her address.
Just mentioning that part was enough.
Dude, she's gonna end up watching the show. Like, I wonder what my ex is up to, and she watches that exact point when you said that.
But anyway, she had that, and we'd go to a restaurant. I mean, at that particular point in time, they gave little cards so that you could go to the restaurant and you could eat off the kids' menu without any issues or anything like that. I don't know if they still do that or not, but they did with her. But we'd go to the restaurant, and she'd eat more than I would eat.
And she had the surgery.
She had the surgery.
Yeah,
and what happens is if you're not careful, your stomach will expand back to the original way it was.
Will it explode? Can your stomach pop like a balloon?
I don't think it can pop like a balloon, but it can expand back out to the original size, and you just basically wasted having that surgery. And that was the particular case with her.
I didn't know that.
She wouldn't exercise. She wouldn't eat properly. She wouldn't do this. And also with that, you have to make sure that, with keto, you got to make sure you get your protein intake too. But because net carbs, protein, and fat are the big three things with keto. Now you watch your calories, still watch your calories, and you watch your net carbs too. You don't want your net carbs to get through the roof, but because they can be through the roof, and you still meet your total carbs can be through the roof, and your net carbs can still be low and within your range. But you don't want that. You want to try to stay around there.
Yeah.
And usually that's the case. I mean, my net carbs might be 50, or not my net carbs, my net total carbs might be 50, 60-ish, but my net carbs are going to be between 15 and 30. I'm allowed 30 net carbs a day.
Really?
Yep.
Well, good job.
And so, I mean, you factor in all those things, and you get to a certain point. Like I used to keep track of everything I ate. Well, now I know what, just about, how much a hamburger is, and, if I have an onion with my hamburger, or if I have a tomato with my hamburger, how much carbs that's going to add, or if I have an avocado with my hamburger.
I didn't know avocados had carbs.
They do.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Not very many. There's more carbs in tomatoes, and basically anything that's in the ground is high in carbs. Your starchy items.
So French fries are
carrots, potatoes,
greens, beans. I had to pull that video, by the way, on our last podcast because I got a copyright strike. Son of a gun. Anyways, go ahead.
So
I didn't get a strike. It was just copyright. It showed up. So anyways.
So you just got to watch and exercise, and you'll do fine.
Yep.
And it's a lifestyle change, and eventually you can start adding in things, is because you're what I found with keto, with me anyway, is the appetite goes away. I mean, we used to go to lunch. We still go to lunch on every Monday. Now it's basically we're eating at the office, eating healthy. We used to go to a Mexican restaurant every Monday, and they'd bring out the chips and dip, and me and my coworker would be all over those chips and salsa.
Chips and dip.
We'd be all over that thing, and I mean, they got tired of us. They fought having a wait staff on us because I'd eat a boatload of tortilla chips and the salsa, and I would order either a tostada, a chicken tostada.
And by the time that came out,
my bill, and then I usually get water, so my bill was like $5, if that.
You could do the poor man's nachos and just eat all the dang free chips and order queso.
Well, one day I went in there and I didn't have any money, so I didn't have enough money to eat, and I didn't want to not go to lunch with them, so I went to lunch with them, and so I had water and their chips, but I left the lady a tip.
That's awesome. Hey, at least you did that. That's good.
Well,
so. Hey, let's see your chicken. Can you pull your chicken out?
my chicken, you want?
Hey, do you guys want to see Charlie's chicken and his bowling balls? Charlie, can you pull out your chicken and bowling
All
ball?
right, here. We had my white elephant gift. This was my white elephant gift at work. I got chicken flickin' desktop
Chicken flicking decks.
and a bowling game. I'm going to bring out bowling first.
Okay, so for all the listeners that cannot see, this is a little difficult, because we got two different groups of people here. So if you're listening in your vehicle or at home, Charlie has a
tractor.
box or a tractor.
Yeah, we have a guy.
Charlie's got a box of bowling ball, or 2 bowling balls,
No, it's one bowling ball.
1 bowling ball, and some little teeny tiny pins. Okay, and I'm gonna set them up. How you set up bowling pins?
So there's 6
because I'm an
pins.
expert.
6 pins.
There's 6 pins.
Normally there's 10.
or pins,
And then you got this.
and then
hard
this.
rubber ball.
Why do they have like a really hard
don't
one?
know.
I don't understand.
Oh, and you're
And
just
then
supposed
Charlie's gonna make an attempt
you're just
right
supposed
now.
to flick.
Oh, strike! So Charlie just got a strike. Okay, so it's pretty amazing.
Are you going to try? Do you
I'm
need
going to
something?
try
Okay.
because you know how I am. I won that toilet paper throwing contest and beat everyone in the entire town of Michigan.
The entire small town of Bellevue, Michigan,
Bellevue,
not to be
Michigan.
confused with Bellevue, Michigan.
And if you want to
Bellevue,
know about that
Michigan.
story, I'm not going to share it again, but go all the way through all the videos on this channel and the podcast, and
He
you
cheated.
will find out about my victory. So now let's go back to
The
me.
funniest
bowling.
part about it is, and
Oh
I
my
don't think
God.
I don't think this was mentioned in the original podcast. The funny part about that whole story is he won like a 48 pack of toilet paper was his prize,
Yeah.
and he had to carry that sucker all the way through town back
And
to my
that-
mom's house.
And that, I was very excited about that, okay? I worked hard for that. So here we go. I have the bowling ball in my hands, and I'm about to roll it. And I'm obviously going to beat Charlie. Oh, come on. No. I just got to get a feel for it.
Yeah, okay. You missed completely. That's like called a gutter ball.
All right, here we go again. Oh, strike.
So that's not a strike because you got a gutter ball in the first one, so that's like a spare.
Okay, well, it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's see your chicken. Pull out your chicken.
Oh, let's get rid of this here.
Charlie is about to pull out his chicken.
Chicken flicking.
Chicken flicking. So this game, you take this rubbery chicken
And you flick it.
and you flick it and you try to knock these cups over. So these are some red cups, little tiny cups like shot glasses, and it says shot on it, by the way. And so I'm going to set them up in a little pyramid. And we're going to see if Charlie can flick his chicken and knock over.
Oh.
It's the wrong way, Charlie. All right, I'm going to move out of the way so he doesn't hit me. See if he can knock these cups over. Good job. Charlie
I don't think that was the way it was supposed
was
to work. But
point blank shooting the cup, so it really doesn't count. But nonetheless, you did it, Charlie. Good job. Now Charlie's trying to shoot me, and he's no longer a part of the show. No, I'm just joking. So let me get it. I need to try.
Oh, you're gonna try?
All right, I'm gonna set mine up.
Wait, put it over here so I can recover them.
There we go.
You're gonna shoot the chicken.
I'm gonna
onto the
pull
floor.
out my rubber chicken. Look at this. It's cute. Okay, that's a cute little chicken.
If I known we were gonna do this today, I would have bought that little squeaky chicken.
All right,
for
everyone, listen to the sound and watch the video. Wait a minute. They probably can't see this
Yeah,
in
you
the
need to bring it
shot.
over here. That's
There.
That's out of the
now
shot.
they can see it. All right,
Wait.
watch this. Watch this.
I'm gonna.
Oh, and
add-
he's gonna
I'm
put his chicken
add-
on top of the cups.
Wait.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to witness history. You're about to witness me shooting my
what was
chicken into the cups that has
There we go.
Charlie's chicken on top
There
of
we
it.
go.
Here we go. Wah! Hey, I did knock over.
Yeah, but there's 3 still standing.
Yeah, but you didn't knock them all over.
There was only one that was that direction.
And I knocked over that whole box over there. So we both deserve one of these. We did it.
I
conquered.
heard that you can, well, probably might be gone by now, but I heard that you can get this at, should I say their name? Starts with a K.
Yeah, you can get it.
Kohl's.
Kohl's.
Yeah.
So we're not sponsored by them. They have nothing to do with us. So don't sue us. You can get Charlie's chickens. They're not Charlie's.
Chicken flicking.
But you can get the chicken flicking game at Kohl's. I wish I can link it down in the description, but I am not an affiliate with anything, so it doesn't matter to me. But if you want it, go to Kohl's. What about the bowling ball game? Kohl's?
Yep.
Okay, go to Kohl's.
I guess you got it there.
Go to Kohl's.
All right.
Where'd you get these lights at?
Those came from the gas station.
And you can get these from our gas station down the road from my house.
Actually, I will mention them because they are a nice organization.
Okay.
They don't sell alcohol. They don't sell lottery tickets. They're a Christian-owned company, and they're called
7-Eleven?
Sap Brothers.
Sap Brothers? Okay. Sap Brothers. There you go.
So, Jason,
Yeah.
who
Charlie.
delivers presents to baby sharks on Christmas?
Who delivers presents to baby sharks on Christmas? I don't know. Shark elves?
Santa Jaws.
Santa. Oh. Go ahead.
What do they sing at a snowman's birthday party?
A snowman's birthday party.
Yeah. You'll never get it. You just want to give up?
Yeah.
For he's a jolly good fellow.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Was you really?
Yeah. No.
What happened to the man who stole an advent calendar?
Evidently, he got sued.
He got 25 days.
He got 25. Okay.
What does Santa suffer from if he gets stuck in a chimney?
Claustrophobia.
That is pretty close. Yes. Claustrophobia.
Claustrophobia. That's pretty clever, Charlie.
Oh, this one you should know because I kind of already given it to you. What do Santa's little helpers learn at school?
They learn. I don't know.
I think I gave you this on the podcast you scratched. The alphabet.
Alphabet. I love that one. That's cute.
Gosh.
Very cute. Well, give us one more.
All right, there's two.
Two more.
What kind of motorbike does Santa ride?
He rides a one-horse open sleigh.
A Harley Davidson.
Oh, that one definitely deserves this. Oh, I love that. It's beautiful. What's the last one? We're all dying to know.
What did Santa do when he went speed dating?
He went speed. He was.
Never mind on that one. I don't like
okay.
it.
You don't like that one?
No.
right.
It could get us in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. We'll do this one instead.
All right.
What do you get if you cross Santa with a duck?
A truck?
A Christmas quacker. One more.
Oh.
One more.
Oh,
One more.
come on.
One more.
All right. One last one. That's
What
it.
goes O-O-O?
O-O-O?
Yeah.
Santa? Ho, ho, ho?
Santa walking backwards.
Oh. That's pretty good. That's a good one. Well, thank you for sharing those with us, Charlie.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought we were going to do a segment, What's in Charlie's Drawers?
We kind of did.
Well, we did. What about What's in Jason's Drawers?
I don't want to know what's in Jason's
I'm going to
drawers.
open my drawers right now. And you guys ready for this? I'm going to reveal I got a Samsung Galaxy Note. Is this a 9?
I want to know what the razor blade's doing in the drawer.
Got a razor blade that I use to cut things, and the remote for the air conditioner.
You still got the
Let's see if anyone can
cars?
guess what this is. This is a tripod for my GoPro, and a Sharpie, and among other random little things.
There's money in there.
There is $1 in there. And this is a corkscrew for a wine bottle.
Yeah, I have no clue what that's doing in there.
I don't know why that's in there. Oh, maybe when we were popping bottles for episode 8. That might have been what I used it for. So that was our segment of what's in Jason's drawers. We've already seen what's in Charlie's drawers. We've seen his chicken and his bowling balls. So yeah, moving along. So things are doing very well for this show. I wanted to share with you guys. We have a video that's going partly viral. Can you believe that, Charlie?
Partly viral.
I mean, it's not like viral, but for us, it's viral.
Does it have in it?
Yes, it's the one with Jerry Nadler pooping his pants. And who would have thought that a video with a thumbnail showing Jerry Nadler pooping his pants would pick up some steam,
What's the second best one?
I don't even remember what that one is. It's fluctuating. I can't remember. I know the bacon
review?
one was like 3.
It's not bacon, Jason.
Well, the not bacon review that we did, that did pretty good. Really good, actually. But the Jerry Nadler pooping his pants is taking off. And I'm getting comments from people that I don't know that have stumbled across the show. And I'm hoping they stick with us and share the videos. And hopefully they like this podcast. If not, I'm sorry, but we still love you.
Just like it anyway. Because
just
it's
like
Christmas.
it. Help us for
It's
the love of
Christmas.
God.
Yeah. Like and subscribe whether you like us or not.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Dude, that should be a shirt. Like and subscribe even if you don't like it. That's awesome. No, we have the best fans in the world. You guys are insane. We love it. And I know we're beginners and we just started out, and it's not probably the best podcast in the world. I mean, we're no Joe Rogan or anything, but
Yeah, he had to start somewhere too.
he had to start somewhere. And I saw some of his podcasts, his earlier shows, in this old
But he didn't have me.
webcam or whatever. Yeah, he didn't have Charlie. In his defense, but I mean, it was low quality, but he also had a name for himself. I mean, he was freaking Joe Rogan, so he does a great job. I like H3 podcast. I like Tiger
Jason.
Belly. I'm freaking Jason. That could be a shirt.
Wearing-
Freaking Jason wearing an elf hat. An elfie hat. So, anyways, I think we have achieved what we should achieve in this podcast.
Wait, but you have the headphones on the wrong ears.
No, I don't. I do?
Yeah.
No, I don't. These are the right ears,
These
Charlie.
ears.
Oh. Okay.
So you went through the whole show.
Charlie was talking about how the headphones are not on the elf ears, which are on the hat that I'm wearing. And that is just one of Charlie's many Charlieisms. So.
You can't see the little furry ball on top of his head either because he got smashed down with the headphones.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a fuzzy ball on top of my head on my elf hat. So, anyways, I think we have talked about everything. We have accomplished many things in this podcast.
Except for one thing.
We've solved all the world problems.
Except for one thing.
Except for one thing. And what is that one thing, Charlie?
They don't know what I want for Christmas.
What do you want for Christmas? They want to know what you want for Christmas.
I want my stinking drum set that my wife's promised me for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, something like that.
You hear that, mother-in-law? Papa Charlie over here wants his stinking drum set. Are you going to solve that problem and give him his drum set. Because I know you're listening to this podcast. You may not listen to very much of the podcast because according to you, you skip through a whole bunch of it and then you listen to certain parts. So,
what, does she read lips or something so she knows, they're talking about something?
She's like, they're off on a rabbit trail. I'm going to skip half of this and then I'm going to go to this part. Whatever. What do you do when your mother-in-law doesn't like? Charlie, does your mother-in-law like this podcast?
I don't know.
My grandmother-in-law?
I would hope so, but I don't know.
She probably doesn't listen to it. And that's okay. That's okay. All right, so we got to wrap it up. Guys, we are out of here. I'm thinking about doing a podcast for Christmas.
Oh, I'd be so depressed I probably won't get my drum set. I'll cry on the podcast.
There's a little fuzzy floating around. We might do that, and it'd be cool to do a live one, but I still haven't figured it out yet. Eventually, I'd like to do live podcasts. I think that'd be cool. But
we could so get Judah.
Would you want to do that, Charlie?
We could so get Judah and
my son Judah.
You could just go. Oh yeah!
Just throw it all together.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Not sure what you're talking about, but I think that'd be fun.
Oh, pants! Poop!
Oh yeah. I should share a little video of him opening stuff up. So yeah, we might bring you another podcast on Christmas Day, or would we record it on Christmas Day or Christmas
5 days
Eve
from this,
and then release it on Christmas Day?
Taping.
You know what? We should do it on Christmas Eve later, and then release it on Christmas Day, or Christmas Eve. So the eve of Christmas Eve, or the eve of the eve of the eve of Christmas Eve.
Well, why don't we just shut it down, and download it, and start again?
So this is technically the eve of the eve of the eve of the eve and the eve of Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So I probably went a little too
Christmas
far.
somewhere.
It is Christmas somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere all the time too. So
yeah. It is, for sure. So, guys, we are out of here. Thanks for tuning in to This Can Make Us Famous podcast. You're amazing fans.
Get Santa Claus to come on.
We could possibly get Santa Claus. So stay tuned because we might have the big man himself, Santa Claus, on the show. Charlie, can you dress as Santa Claus? All right. All right. Anyways, you guys are amazing. Take care. Be safe. And if we don't get a podcast out or hear from you guys, or
is Harry home?
No, our roommate or the guy lives downstairs. Harry's not home. He's enjoying his vacation somewhere. But if you don't hear from us by Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. Love that word. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everyone out there. Try to make the best of it. Be safe. Love your loved ones around you. Yeah. And, for me as a Christian, Christmas is about our Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm a Christian, but you may not be. And it's also about family coming together and loving one another and sharing with one another. It's not about gifts. I try to teach my son that. So anyways, for all you guys out there, we absolutely love you. We appreciate you. We thank you for the support. And we hope
maybe we could do Christmas carols.
We can do Christmas carols. So Charlie's gonna go off on his Charlie rabbit trail towards the end because that always happens. That's a part of the show. It can't be a normal show without Charlie trying to take me from my exit, the outro, trying to end the show. I try to knock it out of the park, and then he comes on this rabbit trail. Anyways, guys are amazing. Stay tuned for the next podcast, whenever that is. It will be soon. You're amazing. Go get it. Chase your dreams and never give up. From us here at This Can Make Us Famous podcast, Merry Christmas. We're out of here.
Thanks for listening to the This Could Make Us Famous podcast. Want to help make someone famous? Have a story to share? Get in touch with us at facebook.com/This Could Make Us Famous. And be sure to subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss a single episode.